Hello Sagittarius, my name is Alison and you are with Healing Dove Tarot. Today we're going to have a look at the love energy surrounding you from the 3rd to the 9th of December. Now Sagittarius, I've got to say I'm a little bit surprised by your spread, to the point where I almost kind of thought that maybe I wasn't doing Sag and I was doing someone else, but it's definitely for you. And the only reason why I say that is because I guess we're coming off the back of one of the best readings I've ever done for you, the last few. But I'll get into it in a second. In terms of the planets, Mercury is finally going direct, hurrah, and we have a new moon in your sign at the end of the week. So on the 6th or 7th. Now, for a lot of you, this is your birthday week, so happy birthday. We're in the middle of your birthday month. So potentially this could explain the energy. But I'll get straight into it. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Wands. So I feel like you're starting this week, the 3rd of December, carrying a heavy burden. I'm getting the feeling like it's work. I know this is a love reading, but you know, I always, as you know, if you follow me for a while, I always call it how I see it. Because you're coming, you've got two 10s, the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And then the 6 of Swords, so moving on to calmer waters. So I'm really feeling like Wands speak about creativity, passion, things that light us up. And I just feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders at the moment, Sagittarius. Like you're tired, maybe that's the right word. You've got all this emotional abundance and fulfillment around you. So if you just had a birthday, happy birthday, I see that you've been celebrating with family and people that love you. But as quickly as you have that celebration, I feel like it's over and then it's straight back into work. You have some pretty heavy energy here. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a heavy week, and I'm sorry to be the messenger of that news, because you start off with the 3 of Swords coupled with the 5 of Cups. So this card combination speaks about heartbreak, anxiety, depression, feeling a little bit low. Maybe if it is resonating with work, maybe it's because you've had to let some people go and it's a shitty time of year to do that. It's almost like you're saying, oh, you're working up to Christmas, we'll give you a little bit of bonus, but then it's time out. And I say that because you've got the Prince of Pentacles at the bottom. For others of you, it could be that you know, you're ending something, you're ending a connection, or maybe you're just feeling a little despondent towards your partner. Okay, the 3 of Swords often gets a bad rap. It's that kind of card that everyone sees it like, oh, it's a third party situation. That's not always the case. It depends on the other cards that are around it. And you have really interesting cards. So you have the 3 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, which usually speaks about you know, mourning, depression, that kind of thing. Not seeing the abundance and having gratitude for the 2 cups that are still standing, you know, mourning your milk that's been spilt, that kind of thing. But then you've also got the 7 of Cups, speaks about dreamy, illusionary kind of energy. And then the 5 of Swords, which is like going into battle. So it's quite an interesting week for you, Sagittarius. And I see it in 2 ways. For some of you, this is about work and your commitments in terms of business, and you're just really having to either manage, if you manage people, you're having to make some cuts and some layoffs and cut some people out, and you're just trying to keep it all together. You could be in middle management trying to manage it between 2 people, and maybe dreaming of like holidays and a break and just wanting to have that time. And for others of you, I really see you 5 of Swords speaks about having to stand up for yourself, you know, that win or lose, winning at what costs. Now, it could be that you're having to stand up for matters of the heart when it comes to love. You could be involved with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's pretty much the only sign that I'm getting here. I'm getting a younger and an older Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. That's all that's coming up. So I feel like this is a lot to do with, it's a general reading, but it's a lot to do with where your mind and your heart are at the moment. Swords speak about mental energy, cups speak about emotional energy, and you literally have swords, cups, cups, swords. So it's like bookend by thought, and then you've got your emotions in the middle. Maybe you're feeling a little bit trapped at the moment and you just don't know a way out because you are overthinking and processing things, and in the middle is your heart and what your heart truly wants. Interesting enough though, as you get to the new moon in your sign, I feel like you'll get the clarity that you need to make the choice, make the decision. And I do say a choice because you've got the Two of Wands here at the center, okay? Two of Wands speaks about two pathways, literally two opportunities. And I feel like it could be to do with work again. You know, I saw the Six of Swords in here. So for some of you, you could be given an opportunity overseas, an opportunity to move. Maybe it's a promotion or a repost, and one of you wants to go in your partnership and the other doesn't, but it could bring you a lot of money. So I feel like one's kind of succumbing and then going, yeah, well, I see the opportunity for us. And for others of you, it could be that this move or this posting or this promotion or whatever is happening at work means that you might have to end a really beautiful connection because the other person doesn't want to do long distance. And you're torn between having this great opportunity and choosing over work and love. And I say that you have two twos. As you go into the next week, you have the Two of Cups. So this is talking about, you know, a connection, a love, a divine union, and you have the Two of Wands at the center. So it's really about being torn about which way to go. I don't feel like it's two people, and I say that because of the other cards that are around the reading, okay? I'm not seeing a lot of court cards. I'm not seeing a lot of influence. What I am seeing is a lot of a battle between will and between love, you know, creativity and love. It's really that clear cut in this particular reading. Now, look, if I'm not the reader for you, that's fine. I'll catch you next week. But I do feel like for a large majority of you, this week is really going to test you in terms of turning what's been a dream, look at this, Seven of Cups, a daydream or illusion into reality, and making sure that you can appease both. For some of you, you know, your partner loves you very much and they'll support you regardless, but I feel like this could be at a grave loss to them. You know, like maybe they're settled where they are with you, and this move or this potential upheaval or you moving away could be the great loss. Whatever it is, however it plays out for you, I want you to know that as soon as you get to this new moon, as soon as you get to the weekend, things are going to be easier, okay? You'll feel that weight. I can feel it in my chest now as I'm talking to you. It feels really heavy. That weight of this decision lift, because you make it, of course. You get that clarity, and then that beautiful love comes in again, okay? Yeah, and for singles that are having your birthday this week and you're wanting to draw something in, I really feel like if you're a little bit melancholy about being single on your birthday, don't be, because you have new opportunity coming in. It's just not going to be present until around the summer solstice or the winter solstice, depending on where you are, but around that 21st, 22nd, when the full moon enters Cancer, okay? It's going to change a lot for us romantically. All right, can I have some additional guidance for Sagittarius singles, please, in love from the 3rd to the 9th? What do they need to know? Please show me. Thank you, Eddie. Please show me. Yeah, it's funny. I'm going to take the Five of Swords. It's the first one that I saw. And I believe Scorpio just had this card, singles as well. So Scorpio could be prevalent, but win or lose. And for couples, can you show me additional guidance for couples? There it is. Observer. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's definitely a week of kind of like needing to make choices and decisions. A week of decisions. All right, win or lose. Five of Swords. So the key words are disagreement, ego, detach, and love. Often in matters of the heart, people find themselves in disagreement, set against one another in the battle of wills. Ego takes the place of intellect. Greed overtakes generosity. The love in the relationship is forgotten in the desire to win. But where there's a winner, there's also a loser. The partners are no longer equals and the relationship can falter or completely break down. At this time, be cautious about letting your ego trick you into acting in your own self-interest, especially at someone else's expense. If another person is trying to provoke you, do your best to remain detached. Solve disagreements in a way that makes everyone a winner. Find the middle ground where each person yields just a bit, but just enough. Let love be your guide in dealing with conflicts around matters of the heart. In the end, it's not winning that matters, it's love. Couples, 49. The observer. Key meanings are perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and often you hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to a higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe within yourself, in others, and in the landscape around you. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. So there you go, Sagittarius. That was your reading for this week. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button and I'll be back with you next week. Take care.